sometimes the word feminism gets used like, crazy depending on your interpretation of it. I think we're living in a generation now where women are stepping up and women are becoming, some of them, providers for themselves and whatnot. But what I think is important is for women to know when to sit in your masculinity or when to sit in your femininity.
So you're conditionally.
It is.
You're conditional.
What do you mean I'm conditional?
So 1 minute you're masculine, 1 minute you're feminine.
No, we're both. Everybody's both. Everybody's
100%.
both masculine and feminine. You both have everybody has testosterone and estrogen.
Yeah, for
Everybody
sure.
has it. It's in our DNA.
No,
Literally.
I get what you're saying.
So what I'm saying is sometimes when women in the work fields go and present themselves, they sit in their masculinity, and some of them don't know how to come home and sit in that femininity. You know what I mean? Flip the switch.
That's a problem.
We're complex creatures. You're right. And I'm saying for whoever's watching this, like as women who are successful need to learn how to sit in their femininity when need be. But I do think also some men who are masculine do need to learn to sit in their femininity.
And
you
be
don't have to
vulnerable
be
and be
this
empathetic
all the time is what I'm trying to say.
No, do not be vulnerable with women.
But you've never been in
You've never been in love.
You want to do the example?
Women are not built to handle masculine problems. Being vulnerable with a woman is some of the worst advice that modern day women give to men, because if I sit there and I cry to you, oh my God, my life is hard, blah, 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 blah. You might sit there and console me for a bit, but deep down you're like, you fucking bitch. And you're going to go and
That
find
is
someone.
so not true.
I know.
So you're saying that what he's saying is incorrect?
No,
that a guy
vulnerability
should
shows
cry in front of
Vulnerability is
Be
so
human.
powerful.
Again, this is a common example of women saying one thing but doing another. They're saying this right now because it's politically correct to say you can cry to me, you can be vulnerable to me, etc. But deep down, if your man came to you and was crying on your shoulder saying, I don't know what's going on, her
I would be
vagina's
there
gonna
for him.
Can I finish? Her vagina's gonna dry up. She ain't gonna want to fuck with him anymore. She's gonna look for a stronger, more capable man, because women are designed to look for security.
Just because they cry once, bro?
Hey man, I can't tell you how many times we've brought girls on the show with
Yep.
their own, they tell us on air, one time my boyfriend cried in front of me and I never looked at him the same. It's like a glass. If you shatter a glass, right, and it smashes all into pieces and you glue it back together, yeah, maybe it'll work, but when you pour water into it, it's always gonna leak.
I get more
That's the
attracted when
issue.
guys cry.
Anyway,
I
okay.
like that's like the best sex I ever have
Fan-
when a guy is vulnerable.
Have you done a poll? Let's do a poll, Eric. We're gonna. Is it attractive for a man to cry? Are you
It's
saying
not like
that it
all
is?
the time for sure, but when you see your fucking
Not
masculine
every fucking
man,
day. That's some bitch shit.
But when they're
once in a while,
See, here's the big problem
Yeah.
once again, right? You're saying it's okay, right? For you and for you. It might be okay in this moment. However, the next girl might say, you know what? Damn, him even just crying in this moment, I lost interest. So we don't know how far is too far, and that's a problem because you may say it's okay, but she may not say it's okay.
You're right.
And as a guy, why am I going to make that chance? We're going to say, you know what? I'm going to be the rock. I'm going to be her foundation, and I'm going to be strong for her. Versus, I'm going to cry in her face, and she might leave.
Yeah, because
What's
you
the point?
don't know how the girl's gonna react, because it's you have to be in the relationship with a guy, have him cry in front of you, show that inability to provide security, and then how you react, you might not necessarily know how you're gonna react. So what we tell guys is, don't be vulnerable with your girl. It's a waste of time. And
This
quite
is so-
frankly,
this
can I
is so
finish? Can I please
dangerous.
finish? So the thing is that women do not handle masculine problems. Men and women live different realities. Women are not equipped to handle masculine problems. You need to go to your guys and tell them you have issues. You want to cry to them. You have problems, you want to talk it out with them, because you cannot show that you're soft or weak in front of your woman. Because even though women say, oh, well, no, I'm capable of being empathetic, I can understand your struggle, blah, blah, blah. They really don't. Because when a man cries in front of a woman, it's going to incite a natural reaction of revulsion, because men that cry and are soft are not attractive, and women are hardwired to look for security. This is why guys that are soft and lose frame, the girl leaves them and goes to another guy that knows what's going on. And it's a very, how do I say this? It's a biological response. You know what I'm saying? Like, women are just designed to look for men that are strong. So we tell guys, don't even open up Pandora's box and get sensitive around your girl.
So don't even
Don't
show
do it.
emotion ever?
Sorry, is it my turn? Are you done?
Crying and
Amber,
telling her
what's
about
up?
your problems is not a good move to go. Obviously, being a human, right? You got to have some kind of, social calibration here. Being a human is one thing, but to sit there and cry and tell her about your problems, etc., where it's going to affect her mindset as far as like, damn, is this guy the one? Is he the one that's going to be able to provide me security? You don't want to do that. You want to go to your guy friends.
Let me ask, brother. Let me ask you.
Sure.
Men are more logical. Women are more emotional. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is anybody disagreeing with that statement?
No.
Okay. Can the logical male be a little emotional? Is that fair?
Well, you just said
Is that
that
fair?
women are not equipped to handle masculine problems, right? That's what you said? Are
Yeah,
men
they're not in a position to help their guy from
are
from
men
struggle.
equipped to handle emotional problems without a woman? Like the reverse. I'm talking about the reverse.
Yeah, because the difference is if you cry on my shoulder, I'm not going to lose attraction for you.
I'm
That's
talking
the
about
difference.
the issues in your life in general. Do you not crave support from a woman to be there for you? Like when a man shows vulnerability, it shows that he trusts me to share in that moment. And that's the kind of father I want to raise my kids. Somebody who's going to be emotional when my kid breaks down or something bad happens, to not just be like, toughen up, kid, but to show empathy, to make good humans. That's why I think your show is a little dangerous, because you're not telling men to be empathetic or emotional ever. In this world, yes, it advances with gains, financial gains, all that stuff. But we also have to create a beautiful environment for us to enjoy each other in. And I think your podcast is super successful because people spend $20 to send hateful comments. You're inciting a lot of hate. But where's the good
Well,
energy,
hold on.
guys?
Let me, before you respond, are you familiar with the concept, the philosophy of Stoicism?
Yes.
Okay. Would you consider yourself a Stoic? Or
Yeah.
no?
Man.
You're familiar with this, Marcus Aurelius.
You got to be stoic.
Meditations.
Like, because here's the thing: you're trying to say, "Oh, I think that's destructive" or whatever. What we're saying is, we know that most women, and here's the thing, ladies, I need you to kind of get out your own shoes and understand that we're talking about in generalities here, not just you two. If I lined up 100 women, right? And I told a guy, all right, man, each of these are your girlfriend. Go ahead and cry and be vulnerable with them, etc. I would argue that somewhere between 85 to 90 of them are not going to like it. So if there's 5 or 10 that might like it, it's a low probability that you're going to be able to successfully be vulnerable without losing your girlfriend.
And just to be clear, you've asked how many women this question?
Thousands.
We've asked, yeah, and a lot of
Literally.
them, and they're able to be honest and say, hey,
And that's what your findings are? 80+%?
we're finding that most women hate soft men. Whether the guy, and a couple of girls have actually went a step further and admitted, yeah, when he cried in front of me, I never looked at him the same, and it kind of killed it. And then we've had several women say that. So they can say that now because it's politically correct and we got the cameras on, etc. But behind closed doors, if your boyfriend is crying in front of you, being soft, I don't know, I'm going to make the bills, blah, 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 it's not going to be attractive. Masculine problems need to be solved by other men. That's why men need a tribe. You go and tell your guys your problems, and you come back home like nothing's going on. You're the stoic rock, because women are emotional. You cannot be the emotional one in the relationship, because here's the difference. If a woman cries on your shoulder and tells you, oh, I'm having a rough day or whatever, you're in a position where you're not going to lose attraction for your woman for her being a woman and being emotional. However, if you're in a man and you're being emotional to your woman, she is going to lose attraction for you, despite the fact that she says, I'm here for you, baby, or whatever. She's still going to lose attraction and eventually arousal and then leave for another guy.
Here's a good example, right? Let's say I'm at work, right? I have a problem at work. I may be possibly like in a position where I may lose my job, right? I go into my wife and say, you know what, wife? I'm gonna lose my job. I don't know what to do. I'm in trouble, right? That's being more open, being more emotional, so to speak. She might feel a type of way about that. Versus if I say, for example, hey, I had a problem at work. I resolved it. Pack your bags. We're going on vacation. What's a better outlook for you? Oh, those two examples.
I mean, you're presenting one with a reward and the other with a problem.
Hey,
I mean,
good news, we're going on vacation, or I just got fired.
Yeah, which one?
I see what you're saying.
But see, look, I fixed the problem, and then I give her, like, I just go to a reward. Versus, here's the problem, I didn't fix it. What's more sexy?
we're talking about sexy? Or
Yes, what's more attractive?
Or what's
more
more
attractive?
real and more human? Life is fucking hard. Sometimes you're gonna have down moments, and I am an empathetic person. I can understand when a man goes through a struggle. I'm not gonna be unattracted to you because you're living life and doing your best.
You're about to be on the street. He can't work anymore.
Then we're gonna figure it out because we're partners, and that's what we signed up for.
That sounds great on paper, but it's not how the reality
Listen,
operates.
can I just